Is Fort Lauderdale becoming a real cocktail city? Everybody thinks they already know the answer. Beach town, spring break capital, Miami's little brother. But something's changing. I brought along an award-winning local bartender who would know better than anyone. 3 bars, 1 night. And honestly, the answer surprised me. Let's go. First stop, Apothecary. Right away you feel it. At first glance, it's quiet, and then you notice it. Long pours, precise jigger work, tin spinning. Every movement has a reason. These bartenders aren't simply trying to impress you, they're chasing something bigger. Global recognition. Which makes you wonder, is the rest of the city on the same page? This is Patricio Garcia, competition bartender and owner of what might be the best hat collection in South Florida. He knows every serious spot in town. He does not do tourist traps, and our first stop is anything but that. It looks calm, but it's not.
Today we're at Apothecary. Been here for 11 years. Beautiful little speakeasy, Italian focus. Well, we just launched our new menu, which I'm super excited about. Me, Colin, and Tomas, my coworkers, and we were like, you know what? Let's put our mark on this venue, and let's, So we worked really hard, really fast on a fun menu that I think showcases not only Apothecary's background as one of the OG craft cocktail bars in Broward, but also its Italian roots. A lot of our cocktails are heavily influenced by Italian food or culture, and it's hot as hell outside right now. I think one of my favorites to drink right now is the Caprese Highball. That is good.
It's delicious.
That is good.
You can start with mine and then yours.
Yeah, so this what we're drinking here is a basil spirit we make in-house. We're using a high-proof neutral grain spirit to extract all those basil flavors, and then we're proofing it down to, typical vodka levels, 40 ABV. Then we have a tomato peach acid, beautiful vermouth from Spain to add a little bit more savoriness to it. And then just a touch of sugar, man, to balance out those acids. Built in glass, or in my case, I threw it. I wanted to show off. I don't know if I'm not as good as Andy throwing a cocktail, but I try my best.
Shout out, Andy.
Shout out to Andy, the Cafe La Trova team.
Nah, this is a great summer drink for South Florida, that's
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it kind of ties into the venue's Italian roots. I feel like as an industry as a whole, we've been grabbing inspiration from dishes. So essentially this is a caprese salad in liquid form.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, but like clear and not blended mushy smoothie stuff. Yeah.
What are you rocking right there? I saw Tomas make that for
man, you. This is one of our bartenders drinks, Tomas, man. So
Tomas
is
right there.
Yeah, where's Tomas, man? Look at him. Yeah, man, he's killing it, dude. So this is the limoncello espresso martini, super inspired by Italian culture again, which is kind of what we were trying to ground this menu with. In Italy, they do use lemon oils. They express lemon peels into their espressos. We're using a house-made limoncello, espresso, fresh espresso. We're doing espresso liqueur and a beautiful Spanish orange vanilla kind of liqueur to kind of ground that, give it a little bit more body. And then just shaken and built like a typical espresso martini. But I mean, I gotta say, this is absolutely beautiful, fresh, vibrant. The limoncello is not overpowering. It literally is like you're sitting in Italy and just expressing a lemon peel over your espresso.
Yeah.
And drinking it. I mean, except this gets you a little buzz. So.
What interested you in bartending in the first place?
Yeah, it kind of came from necessity at first. Before I was in the industry, I was a talent buyer for clubs. So I would be in charge of, hiring the DJs and finding bands and finding the talent, and then being the liaison between the venue and the talent that we were hiring and booking, and then promoting those shows. And I had a record label at the time, so I was promoting that as well.
So you were like Diddy before you even
I was Diddy before the allegation. And then alleged allegations. So it kind of started slowing down a little bit, and I kind of wasn't happy with the party lifestyle, which is ironic to say because then I came into bartending. But
yeah,
I was kind of like
counterintuitive there.
Yeah, a little bit. But it was like, okay, well, I like being in this scene. I like being at a bar, at a club. Okay, so what can I do? So someone offered me a job at a Belgian beer bar that I used to go to back when I was younger. Dope spot. It's not there anymore, unfortunately. But at the time, it was only beer and wine, lots of beautiful Belgian beers. And this was during the craft beer boom of the early 2000s. So, I mean, this
World of Beer starts showing up.
Yeah, you know, a lot of local stuff, and people were getting more interested in beers as a whole.
Yeah.
They hired me to be a beer tender, and then eventually they got their liquor license, and he asked me if I knew how to make cocktails, and I lied. I said, yes, I don't want to lose this job. So I kind of like just taught myself as quickly as I could. We hired a bar back. So I was asking him how to make drinks, and I'll never forget, man, someone ordered lemon drops, and I should have known.
Bastards.
Yeah, but I should have known not to listen to my bar back. I was like, dude, man, these people just ordered lemon drops. They're friends with the owner. Like, what's in a lemon drop? He's like, dude, I think it's like orange liqueur. It was totally wrong.
Everything but lemon.
Everything but lemon. I don't know why I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I shook it up. And the owner pulls me aside. He's like, man, you're doing great, but you got to work on your lemon drops. I don't know. And I was like, oh, God.
Dodge the bullet.
Yeah, but that kind of just informed my way of hospitality. But then it made me fall in love with it. So then I'm like, okay, well, I want to grow in this. I want to get better. So then I kind of pivoted towards craft.
Okay.
And it started with classic cocktails.
Well, we're gonna have to go check out some more bars. How about that?
Oh, definitely, man. We gotta check out, see what else Broward has to offer. Man, 'cause there's a
I
lot
trust
here.
You're the tour guide.
Cheers, brother.
On the walk over, Patricio gives me the real lay of the land. Fort Lauderdale's the underdog, still chasing Miami's shadow, but up here the bartenders aren't competing against each other. They're building the scene together. And unlike Miami, every bar gets to keep its own personality. That might be the whole identity right there. I had to see it for myself. Stop 2, Swizzle. Completely different energy.
Good spots. We're heading to Swizzle. It's kind of the evolution, the next step in Fort Lauderdale. You know, we have kind of speakeasy, but also craft cocktail. It's pushing the culture forward.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would say 100%, man. I mean, a few years ago when Swizzle was planning on opening up, we were all excited, man. Everyone in the Fort Lauderdale scene, like it's a nice anchor, you know, to the hospitality scene down here.
It's established, and you have big faces behind the place. Down in Miami already, it's a proven concept. Comes here to Fort Lauderdale to see if it can dig in and become successful, which what's going around town, apparently it is.
100%, yeah, man. I mean, they're killing it. I mean, the hospitality's on point. They have their own style, which is what I love. I mean,
it's different. It's a rum bar. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean right on the waterfront here.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, but like elevated. I think in Fort Lauderdale, because it's so small, there's a little bit more space to kind of showcase a little bit more individuality. Because when I go to Swizzle, they have their own style of bartending. They free pour everything in a controlled way, which is not something I'm used to, but they know how to do it, and God bless them. But
I want to see it.
Yeah, and we're about to get some beautiful drinks there, so
I trust you.
Yeah, man.
Lead the way.
We're gonna have a good time.
Let's do it. What is the concept of Swizzle?
Swizzle is, well, first and foremost, quality rum bar. Just here to bring some good old-fashioned speakeasy magic to Las Olas, which is like a really booming scene out here. Sorry, I'm trying to make your drink before I get distracted.
What are you making us?
It is called the Tea Punch. And the Tea Punch is particularly special for me because unlike everybody in this industry that is, especially in this area, I'm not part of this.
Right.
I have no cocktail training. I've been a bartender, but coming from corporate to this is a whole new world. I don't know nothing. So when they took a chance on me, I learned so many things. I got so many favorites. And one thing that I particularly took to is agricole rum, which is sugarcane rum. instead of molasses.
What about that appeals to you?
In particular, it's much like me. It's sweet without being sweet, and it's a punch out of nowhere.
You're very sweet.
I am. I am a doll. I am a fucking doll.
So you're using agricole?
Agricole can be strong. Agricole can be weak. No matter what, it leaves an impression on you. And in particular, when it came to Swizzle, the way that they taught me so much, because remember, I don't know nothing about this. I didn't even know what green chartreuse was, Campari, nothing.
Come from 9 to 5.
To like such an eclectic drink that not even people who are in the biz know about on a regular, I don't know. It's something that I get to teach other people who are also coming into the space the same way I was taught.
Okay.
So I don't know who wants it. Traditionally, it is served up, but you can add ice. It's not heresy.
Cheers.
Cheers, my brother. Woo!
Spirit forward.
Yeah, I've never had that drink before.
That's
I'm a big rum guy too.
See how it's a little sweet on the back end, but it's not sweet at all.
Yeah, no, there's no big kick to it. I don't feel like, I mean, definitely like a little bit of a burn on the aftertaste, but it's not
You're
like
a drinker, so
punching
you
me
don't
in the
taste
face.
kick. But for the ones that just get Buffalo Trace from the rocks, and let me get a margarita, and that's it, that's a kick.
You had this before?
No,
Oh,
never, dude.
Try that. It's fucking awesome.
I've seen them promote it, and I'm just like, oh,
Right?
wow.
You got some for later, too.
Yeah, man. Wow, that is good.
That's the drink of the day so far. That's pretty damn good.
That is good. Yo, y'all killed it with that. That is delicious.
The real test of a cocktail city isn't just good drinks. It's whether there's a room that makes locals plant a flag and say, this is ours. Sidecar might be exactly that. That is, if you can find it.
I can't say I've ever been in the back alleys of Fort Lauderdale before.
Well, listen, man, speakeasies need to be hidden, right?
Okay.
This is one of my favorite spots. This is where I really learned everything that I had to learn after, being at a dive bar.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I kind of grew up professionally.
Yeah, you would never really know this is here because, I mean, look where we're at.
Yeah.
There's no signs anywhere.
It's a little sketchy, you know. Very well hidden, as a speakeasy should.
Okay.
But, that's kind of the problem sometimes with speakeasies. They can be a little gimmicky. But I
Okay.
think this one actually does it right.
Okay. This way?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Friends.
After you. Okay, so nice to meet you, man.
Pleasure.
You've been at Sidecar for a bit. Tell me about the concept.
Nice little attachment to the main wine bar out front. During COVID, the owners were forced to move from their original location over here. Ended up with additional space, and they decided perfect place to open up a speakeasy.
Do you have any signature drinks that you guys make here?
Not exactly. Our real focus is being able to craft something in the moment.
So, I mean, I trust you. Whatever you want to make us that represents Sidecar, we're in Kessler's hands.
Okay.
So, we've been to 3 bars, 3 of your personal favorites. After going to these 3, what would you say is Fort Lauderdale's identity to you?
To me, there's 2 sides to it. There's Himmershey, where we were at my bar, Apothecary. So that street, mainly party, young crowd, and we're the outlier. We're the one craft cocktail bar on that street. And then there's this other side of it, where Sidecar is, where Wilder is, where Swizzle. There's that higher elevated type of vibe. There's both worlds. Like, whatever you want, it is here, and it's accessible, and none of the bars here will make you feel silly for ordering what you want. But I do think there is something for everyone in Fort Lauderdale, and I'm the biggest supporter of it, because I think with time, like, everyone always says, oh, Florida in general is 2 years behind the bigger cities, and then Broward's another 2 years behind Miami. But
I don't agree with that.
I don't
think
agree.
Just off of tonight, I think that Fort Lauderdale in particular is on the precipice. It's knocking on the door of being in the conversation where you're going to start to see some recognition worldwide. You know, it's going to start to be like a worldwide recognized city in the craft cocktail scene.
Yeah.
And I think you're a big part of that, Pat.
I appreciate that. I don't think I am, but
I think you are. And you know,
but
I'm glad that you were here with me tonight,
yeah.
and you showed me these spots because you know, it really opened my eyes to what Fort Lauderdale is heading towards moving forward.
They all enjoy it. So there clearly is, like you said, something here.
Awesome.
For people.
Do you have a special cheers that you do?
Well, my Irish bartenders, they always cheers and then tap. That's always what I do.
Cheers and tap.
Cheers and tap.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Thank you.
So, is Fort Lauderdale becoming a real cocktail city? Yes, and they're not copying Miami to do it. The good rooms are doing something different. They're getting quieter, sharper, more personal. Apothecary showed me how bartenders think. Swizzle showed the city's forward momentum. Sidecar showed why we still leave the house at all. Not just to drink, but to belong somewhere, even if it's only for a night. The locals are running this scene. They've banded together, each bar keeping its own identity, and it's clearly on the rise. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.